Hey, good evening, guys. How are you doing? Big boy. Waiting for the stream off me. Anyway, you'll be having a good evening. Bean Boy, how are you doing, my friends? Welcome into the channel. So yeah, we're going to be taking a little look at this cool guy sitting here with the shades. Sean, how you doing, mate? Good to see you in. And first and foremost, I just want to address anyone who is following the channel. Apologies for the quite long absence I've been having. But yeah, this thing is really, really exciting. I absolutely love it. I'm not going to be having any of the interface on stream, I don't think. Actually, no, I am. There we go. It's up in the corner. So yeah, what we're going to be showing off on this flight is FS2Crew, and it is the first officer, well, animated first officer Fenix edition. So this is what you get. You get this guy sitting next to you. You have got a couple of different character options, which is great. So a couple of different models, but we're going to go with this chap. I've been flying around with the females on the last couple of flights, but we'll see what this guy's voice is like. But yeah, really, really cool little animations he does, and you'll see all the arms moving around in the cockpit as we're telling him to. For him to start doing like the initial setup of the aircraft, but it's really, really good. We are on the ground at Liverpool John Lennon Airport, Echo Golf Golf Papa, and we're going to be flying over to France. We're going to Geneva. So the Bean Boy have been playing around with the females here. Yeah. Please be careful what I say on YouTube, haven't I? Right. So I have started the aircraft up with, well, I haven't started it up probably. We're just running on external power because while I've been sat here, I noticed my tablet battery was near enough getting completely discharged. So that's all we've done. But we're going to ask this chap to start getting set up, and as he's doing all the pre-flight preparations and stuff, we'll just be doing all the usual things like doing the rest on the overhead, doing the MCDU, the MCP, and I think we'll get GSX running as well, just to get some passengers coming on in the background. But yeah, it's been, I'm out of practice with the Fenix. I'm going to be doing an RNAV approach at Geneva, so yeah, anything can go wrong here. But focus on this video is just for me to have a little bit of a mess around in voice mode with FS2Crew, and as I've said in the description, I am a complete novice with FS2Crew, and you don't really want to be using it in voice mode until I think you've got the gist of it. So I have got some of the I think some of the voice command assists on, so fingers crossed we'll be alright. So without further ado, let's get it underway, and let's tell this little chap next to me that we want to yeah, we want to start getting set up. Let's start setting up. Okay, didn't hear that, did he? Let's start setting up. It says it's on. Oh, wait there. Active checklist is up on there. Okay, maybe, see, I'm getting absolutely perplexed by this already. So I'll tell you what we'll do. Just going to shut him down. Let's start setting up.
Roger.
There we go, so you've got the batteries on. Now, I think I've told it in the settings not to mess around with the APU, so I don't know if he's going to start the APU or not. Hopefully he doesn't. What we'll do is we'll just speed up the time a little bit on this. Okay, he's doing his fire tests.
I'm out for the walk around.
Okay, he's going off for the walk around. Oh my god, do you know what? I didn't even know that it'd do the thing with the chair. That is brilliant. Oh my god, that is absolutely amazing. So it tells us here anyway, as the captain or the pilot flying, it gives us our little flows assist. We've got to set up the overhead, set up the MCDU, set up the FCU or the MPU, sorry, the MCP, and the center console. So first of all, we'll do the overhead. So I'm not going to do this in the proper flow commands and often. We're just, he's already switched them over to nav as well, which is good. We're just going to literally just, yeah, as I say, we're not doing this in any order whatsoever. I'll get the fuel pumps on. One thing I did forget when I was doing a flight on a pilot's life was I forgot to put the nav lights on. That's one thing that I noticed he wouldn't do. So we'll get the seatbelt signs on anyway. No smoking, go to auto, we'll arm the emergency exit lights. And we'll also get our nav lights on just to let the people on the ground know that we are in the cockpit. And we're aboard. Right, so I'm happy with that. So we'll go down to the MCDU. I think what we'll do as well, actually, we'll go on the MCDU screen on this one. So we'll do our initialization. Anyway, thanks for popping in as well, guys. Appreciate you being here. As I say, been a long time since I've done a decent stream on YouTube, and I won't go into why, but yeah, I thought I'd best get back on, hadn't I? Get some more content uploaded. Right, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to use a nice little plugin as well, which is called SimBrief Panel. So we'll fetch our SimBrief information. There it is, and we are easy 7263. Pop that in. Cost index today is 5, so probably going to have a long ascend to our cruise, which is 37,000 feet, so flight level 370. Pop that in. Zero fuel weight and zero fuel weight center of gravity. Just thought on as well. Do you know what I might do? I might just get GSX runs. Let me just minimize that. That's the problem when you've got so many add-ons for flight sim, remembering all this stuff. So we will request boarding.
Do you want a board crew?
Okay. Right, what was I looking at then? MCDU. So I need to have a look at our zero fuel weights. So we're looking at 557 and 62. Oh, sorry, 557290.
Passengers boarding started.
557290. And block fuel 7.1. I can't remember if I've actually got a GSX profile set up at Liverpool. Oh, I have, yeah. There you go. They're coming out with the stairwell. I don't think I've got the cockpit switched on this one. Sorry, the cabin switched on, just to get myself a little bit more performance while I'm streaming, as well as having the sim running. So there we go. They're all coming on. Lovely. Okay, so that's that page done. We will go over to our flight plan. So at Liverpool, we're going to be departing from runway 27. We're going to be going via the Nancy to Tango SID. We'll insert that, and our destination at Grenab. We're going to be doing the arrival via, I think it was runway 27 again, actually 27, and it was the RNAV 27. So we're going to be going in by the Roa 3 Alpha. There's the Roa 3 Alpha. I just want to check on Navigraph as well, just to see if we're going via anything. Yeah, transition Arbon. But yeah, this is the flight plan that we're doing. So as I say, going from Liverpool John Lennon all the way down to Grenab. But yeah, Arbon. So via Arbon, pop that in, and then we'll have a little look at the flight plan on our ND, and we'll make sure that that is in. We've got no discontinuities. Sometimes you might get a few of them at the end. There's a rower, so there's our Via. And then there's Arbon. Yeah, no, that looks good. Looks good. No need whatsoever to mess around with that at all. Okay, lovely jubbly. That can go back to our ARC. ILS as well. Our IRS is aligned in 4 minutes. Lovely jubbly. Passengers are still boarding. Right, so we've done our overheads, done the MCP, done the MCDU. I don't think I need to worry about. I'm not on the VATSIM often, so we don't need to worry about any of the comms. Oh, he's
back. No
back.
issues on the walk around.
Ah, brilliant. Right, let's see what he's got to say for himself now. Are you ready for the departure briefing? Oh, didn't get that one. Are you ready for the departure briefing?
Go ahead.
Just realised as well, do you know what? I haven't even finished setting up the MCDU, have I? So what we need to do is get some of our performance data. So we'll get this off here. Departure. So we're going off runway 27. Runway 27 is going to be dry. Sync our load sheets. We're going to have flaps 1 and F. Anti-ice going to be off. Packs will be off. Yeah. Get the live weather. Calculate that. Let's see what our V speeds are. 132, 140, 140. And also we do with this information as well, what we're putting in here, we can put this into this little departure briefing box here. So runway 27, we're doing 132, 132, and 132, 140, 140. Flex temp 60. Oh no, 54. Okay. 54 for flex. We'll do 54. A bit lower than what I thought. 37,000 feet is correct. Thrust is 1080. Okay, so we'll put thrust in there, 1080. And then flaps 1 up 0.3. Okay, right, I'm happy with that. I just need to check our takeoff center of gravity as well. I think it was 29. What was it, 27.1? Oh no, I think it was 27.1, wasn't it? Yeah, 27.1. Yep, 27.1. I was going blind for a second then.
Hi, the security and safety checks are all done. Are you good to start boarding?
Oh, I've already started boarding. Yes, please. Yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah, we've already done our boarding. As I say, nothing's going to be aligned on this flight. You can see GSX got no more passengers coming aboard now, so that is done. So probably what I'll get them to do is remove the stairs in a moment. Right, so there's the brief all in. So V-speeds are all in there. We've got our flex. Cruising altitude is confirmed at 37,000 feet now. I'm going to set the MCP for 37,000, just pure and simply because we're not running ATC. Yeah, so that female voice that you just heard, Bean Boy, that was one of the members of the cabin crew. And this is why I've changed the co-pilot for this flight to a male. So whenever you hear a male voice, it'll be this fella. That'll be the co-pilot. Right, so we're happy with that. So complete the brief, speak or command any questions. So we'll just say to him any questions, and that is it. He'll be happy with that. Any questions?
No questions.
Okay, so what we need to do now is main cockpit preparations. So you can see him just messing around there, setting up his ND, and we'll run along for the next bit now. So cockpit preparation checklist is what we'll ask him to do. Cockpit preparation checklist.
Gear pins and covers.
Removed.
Fuel quantity.
7,100 kilograms.
Seatbelts.
On.
8 years.
Nav.
Baro ref.
0980. Set.
980. Set. Cockpit preparation checklist completed.
And there we go, just like that. There's the first checklist done. So yeah, so it's a really, really cool little thing. Like sometimes you might find it won't pick up your voice or it won't understand what you've said every now and again, but there is a voice training tool included with it. So you can, the more you use that, the more it'll get familiar with your voice. And normally when I'm streaming, when I'm talking to you guys, I do try my best to talk a bit slower and sort of just mellow out the accent a little bit, but there's still times when the likes of this program will be completely confused with what I'm saying, just like a lot of programs that function on voice recognition. What I do want to do while I'm here though, and as I say, we're not doing anything in order on this flight this evening, so apologies for that. We're just going to check our messages. I don't know if we've got our payloads. No, we haven't got our payloads yet, have we? Right, so on top row to start departure countdown, so that's fine. So we've got like a little clock at the top. I'm just trying to remember what was what on this one. I think what I will do though is, I didn't get him to fire up the APU, did I? So I think what we'll do is we'll do that. See if he understands that bit. Start the APU. And again, I'm probably saying the wrong thing. There is a list of commands somewhere. APU on. Oh god. No, he's just put the brake fan on. Turn that off. See what I mean? APU on. Yeah, he's struggling. He's struggling with that bit. Right. So preliminary cockpit preparation flow. Engine masters 1, 2 off. I think he's done all them, hasn't he? Before start trigger, departure brief completed. So we've done that one. Right, so before start. Yeah, I think so. And you know what? This is one of the things that I'm really looking forward to with Beyond ATC. And John, if you're still here as well, that's what Dave was referring to before. It's an AI generated ATC, which was, we were hoping would have been out before Christmas, but yeah, they now they decided a short while back to add the traffic into it as well. So they don't want to do like a complete rewrite after bringing the program out, so they're holding it back a little bit. But yeah, that's gonna be it's gonna be really, really cool to see that when that comes out. So I think we've done that. Trigger, departure brief completed, so turn off wing light. So I'm going to make sure he's done all the other bits. So flight directors are on. Excuse me. He's put his constraints on, so I'll tell you what, we'll do the same thing with our constraints as well. He set his range to 10. Normally I'm quick off the mark with mine. I normally get that on because I like seeing the flight plan zoomed in. And we don't have to worry about the VOR 1 or 2 because we're not going to be tuning up a VOR. So yeah, so he's done that. Before start, the trigger is after receiving pushback and start clearance, so I just need to tell him when we're going to be doing the pushback and start. Just get on with the flight. Can't hear a word you're saying. Music loud at this club. Welcome in, Scooby. Good to see you, mate. Right, so we'll do that anyway. Then we'll get the doors. Oh, I think the doors have actually already closed, haven't they? Yeah, doors have closed. We'll get the APU on. Hope you have a good weekend while you're away, mate. We haven't got beacon on or nothing like that. Yeah, I think what we'll do now, actually, we'll get that on, because it's another thing I normally forget about. Santa, how you doing, my friends? Welcome in. This is that guy that you know, I'm happy with. Right, we'll just check the status of the APU. Make sure that's firing up. I was going to throw the bleed on straight away then. What I also want to check as well. Yeah, he can get the APU on. However, I've not exactly been doing everything in order from the last time I've done the done my last flight, but there is an option as well when you get him to set up the aircraft, or when he's doing his all his pre-flight stuff. You can actually have it where he switches the APU on, but I need to. Voice mode is definitely the hardest way to do it. Obviously, it's the most immersive way to get it to function, but if you don't know how to trigger things or what phraseology to use, you can get a little bit stuck. I'm just wondering why I'm not getting any received messages through for me load sheet. Oh, well, as long as I've not got the message on there anyway, tell me about it. Right, APU is fired up, so we'll get the bleed on. And we'll go on our bleed screen. I'm not going to argue with that one. Yeah, I better keep my mouth shut. Right, okay, bleeds on. Happy days. So I'm happy to disconnect the GPU now. Okay, fans have come back on. Lovely jubbly. Right, so next one we want to do is the before start flow. So to trigger this, it's after we've received pushback and start clearance. I'm just trying to remember how I actually do that myself. I genuinely can't remember this bit. Pushback and start clearance. How do I do? Oh, do you know what? I think I've got to just knock the time down a bit.
Here's the load sheet for you.
There's the load sheet. I keep forgetting I can speed things up. Okay, thanks. Thank you.
No problem. Have a safe flight.
Okay, so the next one is before start checklist. So we'll say that we've had our clearance. We're going to be using GSX for this one. Before start checklist.
Parking brake.
Set.
Takeoff speeds and thrust.
One 132, 140, 140, flexing 54 degrees. I think I should have said 54 at the end there. 132, 140, 140, flexing 54 degrees. Now, admittedly, that is the first time that's not worked for me. Set and checked. Set and checked. I'll tell you what, it's struggling with that. 132, 140, 140, flexing 54 degrees.
V1 132 VR 140.
Yeah, it worked that time.
V2 140.
I think I've just got to do a bit
Windows.
more training with the voice. Closed.
Beacon.
On.
Before start checklist completed.
Ah, there we go.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Yeah, so we're going to be doing pushback with GSX. There's no option for me to say which way I want it to push us back because I've got a profile set up here at Liverpool. So this should automatically start pushing us out and then getting the tail to swing to our left. So the aircraft nose is going to turn to the left.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Just false on as well. We've got our load sheet now, haven't we?
Locking gear.
Okay, at least I thought we did. Ah, I'm shocked at that because I've got a profile set up for this.
Release parking brakes, please. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Ladies and gentlemen, whilst we make our final preparations for departure, I would like to introduce you to our safety procedures. Please make sure that
Starting
your hands
engine
are
2.
block the aisles or exits by using the overhead lockers or the area under the seat in front of you. Place items as far forward
Okay.
as possible underneath the seat in front of you. You can make the most of the available space by putting the bags in the lockers sideways.
Yeah, it's
Please
not
be
bad, that is it,
careful not to
mate?
put anything heavy in the overhead lockers, as these items could fall out when they are reopened. This is for your safety and the safety of those around you. Portable electronic equipment such as games, computing and word processing equipment may interfere with the aircraft systems and must be switched off during takeoff and landing. Portable telephones must be switched off for the duration of the flight. Please fasten your seatbelts ready for departure and make yourself comfortable.
Please set parking brakes.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
Starting engine 1.
Okay.
truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Okay, so it says all we need to do now is the engine mode selector back to norm, and we should see this guy start doing the other bits and bobs. There's the spoilers done, there's the flaps. Adjusted the trim. Okay, he's changed the eCam screen. After start checklist.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Ecam status.
Checked.
Pitch trim.
Oh shit, what was the pitch trim? Was it 27.1? Yeah. 27.1. 27.1% set. Set and checked. Set and checked. Struggling with that one. Set and checked. Set and checked.
Rudder trim.
Neutral.
After start checklist completed.
Clear left side.
Clear right side.
Okay, there's the taxi lights on. Brake check.
Pressure 0.
Flight controls check.
Ready. Full up. Full down. Neutral. Full left. Full right. Neutral. Full left. Full right. Neutral.
Okay, we'll just do the cabin check and then we'll start rolling. Taxi checklist.
Flight controls.
Checked.
Checked. Flap setting.
Config 1 plus F.
Config 1 plus F. Radar and predictive wind shear system.
On and auto.
Engine mode selector.
Normal.
Ecam memo.
Takeoff no blue.
Taxi checklist
Ladies
completed.
and gentlemen, all portable electronic equipment and mobile phones should be switched off as we are now about to start our pre-flight safety briefing. We are now going to take you through our safety procedures and equipment. As this information is for your benefit, we ask you to watch and listen carefully. The safety card in your seat area shows details of escape routes, oxygen masks, and life jackets. It also shows the bracing position which you must adopt in an emergency landing. In the unlikely event of having to use the escape slide, leave all hand baggage behind and remove high-heeled shoes as they may tear the slide. Please now ensure that your table is folded away, your seat back is upright with the armrest down and your seat belt fastened. The seat belt is fastened and adjusted like this, and unfastened like this. When the fasten seatbelt signs are on, you must go back to your seat and fasten your seatbelt securely. For your own comfort and safety, we recommend you keep your seatbelt fastened at all times and visible to avoid being disturbed in flight. If the cabin air supplies fail, oxygen will be provided. Masks like this will appear automatically. Stay in your seat and pull a mask towards you. This will open your oxygen supply. Place the mask over your mouth and nose like this and breathe normally, adjusting the band to secure it. Do make sure your own mask is fitted before helping anyone else. Your life jacket is underneath or beside your seat. In the event of landing on water, remove the life jacket from its container and pull it over your head. Pass the tapes round your waist and tie them securely in a double bow at the side. To inflate, pull the red toggle as shown. The air can be topped up by using the mouthpiece. There is a whistle here for attracting attention. Do not inflate your life jacket until you are outside the aircraft. We will supply life cots for babies and life jackets for infants. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, please study the safety card and take notice of the fasten seatbelt sign. May we remind you that electrical portable items such as games, computing and word processing equipment may interfere with the aircraft systems and must be switched off during takeoff and landing. Portable telephones must be switched off while the aircraft engines are running. As this is a no smoking service, the no smoking signs will remain on for the duration of the flight. Smoking is not permitted at any time whilst on board. If you have any questions, please ask one of the crew. Thank you.
Okay, so we'll just stop short of the runway and then we'll just let them know that we are ready to line up. Right, so there are some options here as well when we're starting to go along the runway, but I'm not too sure of the correct terminology to use to them as we're travelling down the length of the thing, so I won't be doing them, but I'll certainly be telling them now anyway that we're going to be cleared for departure. So we should see them start triggering things like our strobe light that should come on, landing light, and I think this this wheel light as well should go to the takeoff position. Cleared for departure.
Takeoff runway confirmed. Approach path clear of traffic. Cabin crew, be seated for takeoff.
Right, yeah, so there's our strobe, landing lights, wheel lights, they've all been switched on. Lovely jubbly. And what he's also done as well is he's, because I wanted to test this one, I said we were doing a departure with the packs off. You can see the packs are switched off there at the top. But yeah, aircraft is configured. We are ready to depart once we've lined up. Okay, and we are good to get rolling. Okay, so there's our flex. I didn't do my line-up
Thrust
checklist.
set 100 knots. V1. Rotate. Positive climb.
Gear up.
Gear up.
Okay, and we'll try and maybe fly a little bit of this ourselves.
Packs are on.
Okay, let's just put the packs on. So that's cool, I didn't even have to tell him about that. Oh! Didn't do me, that was my job, wasn't it, on the centre panel? Forgot about that at the start. I'll fix that. We've just got that little orange alert on the ecam. Just didn't put me transponder on. So still flying this by hand for the time being. Flap 0.
Speed checked. Flap 0.
And then we'll get him to put the autopilot on. Once I come out this turn. Autopilot. Oop. Autopilot 1 on. Just realised as well there I wasn't keeping my eyes on my speed. Good job I'm not on a pilot's life. And what we will do is we will stick our transponder on just to get rid of that message. Okay, so that's pretty much us from here. Just want to make sure that he's knocked down the spoilers. He has. Brilliant. And then this is us. As soon as we get past 10,000 feet, so we're going to be sitting at 4,000 for a little bit. I think, I'm trying to remember if I can't remember if it was Nancy or if it was Stapper when we start our climb. Exactly. Or once we get up to cruise altitude, we'll tell him that he's got control, and then he's doing the flying. We get to put our feet up. I'm still genuinely, I haven't noticed that in the other 2 flights that I've used this. When he was doing the walk around, getting out the seat, I was so taken aback by that animation. It was absolutely brilliant. I just was not expecting. I was just expecting him to just disappear. I just was not expecting the seat to start moving back and moving to the outer position. Brilliant. In fact, I didn't even know these seats went sideways, so that was absolutely brilliant. Exactly, mate. But yeah, once we get past our altitude of 10,000 feet or flight level 100, we should start seeing them knocking the landing lights off, retracting them, and then yeah, it's all gravy from there. As I say, Staffer, yeah, was it? Oh no, it's Nancy. So there we go, we're starting our climb now. So yeah, up to Nancy, 4,000, then after that up to flight level 370. I've just realised as well, barometer needs to be set to standard.
Standard, cross-checked, passing flight level 074. Now.
Just a shame I got a cost index of 5. It's going to be a slow climb. So what we'll do, we'll just double check that he's going to engage in the cockpit with what he needs to play with. Okay, that's us passing 10,000 feet. There you go, he's knocked them off. Brilliant. Messing around with his ethos. Lovely. Spot on. But yeah, and I'm not just saying this, honestly, that the voice commands over the last couple of flights I've done have been, you know, pretty good. I'd probably say, you know, 95%, you know, of an understanding of what I've been saying. I think it might just be because I've moved my microphone a little bit closer to myself while I'm streaming. So maybe I'm not coming through as clear as I have been, but going off what you guys said, yes, probably because I'm not speaking proper English. Okay, one thing I think I am happy for him to do now, since it's just a nice steady climb, is we'll in fact, you know what, I won't tell him yet. I was going to tell him to take the seat belts off, but I think we will I think we'll keep them on until we've done this turn from Staffer to, is it Telbe? I think that says Telbe, doesn't it? Yeah, Telbe. Yeah, well, time to take them off now. Seatbelts off. Clear rad nav.
Okay.
Right, I'm going to apologise wholeheartedly now because I've got a feeling when I go outside this aircraft it's going to be quite loud, so forgive me. Just giving you a little moment of caution. Right, and if you just bear with me, I'm just going to go and top up my drink. And I'll be back in a few. Okay, let's see where we're up to. 26,000 feet. Flight level 260. Good to see that nothing's disconnected. Right, I think what I'm probably going to do as well, because I know you've got to do I think an approach briefing. So I know I'm a long way off this, but if I don't do it now, I'll completely forget about this. Right, so I think the weather's good. Runway will be dry. AP after landing, yes, we want them to put that on. Approach type is...
Baro ref.
What's he on about? Baro ref? I think an RNAV's non-precision, isn't it? Threats none. Now I can't do an auto land with an RNAV. And this is the one that I need to probably have a better understanding on as well. Is it a final sector?
1013, set.
Oh,
Seatbelts.
Oh god, no, do you know what he was doing? Because I'm talking. Right, yeah, because I was talking and I didn't have him, I didn't have his headphones on, shall we say. He thought I was telling him to do something. So I need to have a little mess around for like decision height. MSL, transition 6,000, airport elevation data 1302. So decision height, let's see, aren't we? So we're going to be 310. Yeah, no, I completely agree with you, Bean Boy. 100%, mate. Whoa, what's just happened there? Do you know what? I've had a couple of them in the sim where all of a sudden we've had a massive sort of push from the weather. Only in the last couple of days. Never though have I had it actually be strong enough to knock the autopilot off. So we were Cat 2 with C2, aren't we? Do 250, so I'll say decision height to 310. But we want to be at 370. If I'm doing it correctly. Just confirming that once is at 3,700, so that's fine. Yeah, 2 knots, variable. Do you know what? I don't know why this couldn't get me to do the ILS then on runway 09. Okay, so the wind variable, so I'm going to use about half the runway. And that's not using any reverses. We get down quick enough anyway, so let's have a little look at the charts. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get off there, are we? So pretty much going to be coming off here S2. Nice easy enough layout though, isn't it? not far off the coast as well. Still a good bit to go. I just thought on as well, I can actually, I was just trying to figure out how to get rid of this active checklist approach. So we'll cancel that. Cancel checklist.
Roger.
You have control.
I have control.
It is good though, isn't it, eh? Oh, right, how far away are we from top of the centre? Looks like we're about 220 miles away. And again, just a quick one, just touching on the subject of me not being sort of around much, doing anything with the channel for the last probably 2 months. We have got a hell of a lot of catching up to do when it comes to flight sim as well, so I will be hopefully sharing either some videos or streams on some of the other new released products, more than likely including the High Performance Group H160, which I've done a few little flights in that now on air. Absolutely loving that chopper. Great addition to the sim. Yeah, you didn't lose out, Bean Boy. As I say, probably not really something I'll get in over the stream, but other than saying, just work has been absolutely crazy over the last yeah, probably the last 6 or 7 weeks. So I do like normally, if I can do, especially like during the week, you know, if I come home, get a stream done. But yeah, just the last few weeks, mate, I've just been absolutely shattered once I've got back. But I appreciate the sub, and rest assured, you know, the channel's not getting closed on offer, mate. I'm not going anywhere. Of course, a little bit of time off as well coming up to Christmas, so hopefully we're getting a good few things out there as well. But you know, just for the likes of yourself, obviously it'll benefit you just to know exactly what I do. If you've not looked through the existing streams and odd video that I've put up, it's not just flight simulation, mate. It's also basically any sort of like haulage type sim that I'm interested in. So a couple of us are in a VTC. We do a bit of truck driving. SnowRunner was on the agenda sort of briefly. It's a game that I've been quite invested in the past, but obviously with the announcement of the successor coming out next year, I'm probably not going to be jumping much into that again. OMSI, do you know what? I've never really got on with OMSI. It's always, I've always had like crashing issues and stuff. So I have got do you know what? I think actually the last video I put out was, and I know it's not like anywhere near as complex of like, so we say, a simulator, so to speak, but I did have a couple of months back. I was getting back into playing Bus Simulator. Now, one thing which I do own is the bus by, I think, was that released by Aerosoft, or it was from the team anyway. They'd done Fernbus, and what was the other one? The one where you were on, was it Ibiza? But I have owned the bus for quite a while, quite early in the early access stage. So I'm always checking out the updates for that as and when they release it. So hopefully that game will get released as a full title at some point. Well, in the sort of immediate future. But yeah, if it's something I can drive, mate, doesn't have to have wings. If it's got wheels, I'm happy. So about 200 miles. But yeah, bit of a shameless plug. Feel free to check out the... you know what, I was going to go into a little bit of a Twitch mode then. Feel free, absolutely, to check out the Discord. I think there should be a link somewhere on the channel page. I think there's an About Me page, isn't there, on YouTube? Anyone is more than welcome to pop into the Discord, into the hub. And if anyone does do a bit of trucking as well, we have got a VTC set up in that, so anyone is absolutely welcome to check that out. Or even if it's just to hang out and, you know, post screenshots of, you know, some of the various simulators and sort of transportation haulage games. You know, we're a friendly bunch, and we've got, you know, everyone who's in there 100% friendly and welcoming, so there's no pressure for anyone to join. think I've just heard him click something then. I think we can probably get that up as well now. Oh, I tell you what, has that just changed? Oh no, I thought the lighting just on these panels had changed then just with me putting the blinds up. Nope. Just looks extremely bright. But yeah, the reason why I'll normally push the sort of just get the Discords sort of put to the front there is if I'm not doing any streams, more than likely I'm sat in a voice channel there, shading the screen on whatever I'm playing, so yeah, as I say, anyone's welcome to pop in, even into a voice channel when I'm streaming and have a natter, or just to pop in and watch. I'd like to see a little bit more of an animation while he's probably sat here doing nothing though, you know, just probably more of a bit of a head turn every now and again. He does get out a sort of little bit of literature which looks like a bit of a checklist from the little sleeve down at the bottom, well on his side of the pedestal. So I've seen him do that a couple of times. But I think I'd probably like to see the animations of him moving his head and stuff, maybe a little bit more frequent and a bit more, I don't know if it's the right word, like aggressive, you know, a bit more prominent. Oh, that was good. Yeah. Definitely. Well, there you go, there's a little bit of a... Oh, do you know what? I've never even seen him do that. Okay. Must be picking up what I'm saying. Yeah, talking to you. Did this is sort of delving into the real world, but I heard there was a couple of articles recently on a pilot. I think it was Delta. Where the first officer had a gun, and because the captain was considering diverting, and from what I've heard, because of someone who was taken ill on the aircraft, first officer threatened him with the gun and basically said, you know, if you make that diversion, and I'll shoot you. And I was thinking to myself, well, hang on a minute, pilots don't tend to, you know, have arms on board. But I believe it had been something that they've been trialling over in the States. Yeah, I thought it was just one of those, you know, articles which somehow managed to creep into your daily life when you're browsing on your phone, but I was looking into it, and yeah, I can't remember the name that they give them, but the yeah, certain flight crew were entered into a training program to basically be, as well as performing their flying duties, but basically be doubling up as like air marshals. And I just thought, well, that's crazy. Because I mean, at the end of the day, you shouldn't be expecting, you know, these guys who are flying up here, you know, this door gets locked, and you know they're not even meant to open it if someone on board is threatening, you know, the life of you know, someone on board. So I don't see why you'd want to give, you know, one of your pilots access to arms. But I don't know, as I say, I can't think of the logic behind it. Yeah, is that the one where like someone's an imposter? Yeah. See, I don't know if I'm having issues with the weather in the sim at the moment, because wow, that is just absolutely just again knocked the wind out of my socks. Where's my speed? Just literally dropped right down. Auto throttle's on, autopilot 1's on. I'm on the auto throttle. Yeah, I've just found the weather being just a little bit temperamental over the last couple of flights. So it's starting to go back up again now. I'll keep my eyes on that. So it's just slowly creeping back up. I think probably what I will start doing as well is just start to configure some bits for the descent. So QNH 098907. Temp 08. Wind was 190, 12 knots. Alright, that's saying transition flight level 050. I'm pretty sure this had something else set up. 6000s, right? So what's right? The Phoenix. Or is it this? $5,000. Now I'm just trying to remember. I'm sure we do our briefing for this before we start our descent. Yeah, oh, you're referring to Flight Sim? I'm a little bit... Do you know what? Normally I'm quite optimistic, but I think with regards to FS 2024, this whole thing that's been sort of, what's the word? Sort of like put on display, you know, when they were mentioning about like career modes and stuff like that. I genuinely don't think it'll be anything like fully fledged like you can get with some of the third party stuff. I'm thinking there'll be sort of activities or events. I think they'll be set out with the way the current ones are, and again, that's just me being a pessimist with this stuff. I mean, if I'm wrong, happy days. What did I say my... Do you know what, we'll leave it at that. So yeah, I'm just trying to remember if it'll come back into me headspace what I need to say to trigger the approach brief. Let me just give a couple of commands to him. Let me see if he picks anything up. Are you ready for the approach briefing? Are you ready? No, right, I do need to know what this one is, pure and simply because if I don't do it, he won't start doing the rest of the things right. Oh, I said briefing, didn't I? It's just brief. Right, okay. Are you ready for the approach brief?
Go ahead.
Right, so now all that information which is in the approach brief section, just on the left-hand side of the screen up here. I suppose we need to do now is just ask him if there's any questions, just like we did when we were doing the departure briefing. But apparently if we don't do this, it can potentially miss out a lot of the sort of dialogue as we're doing our descent. And I think on the first time I used this and I wasn't aware to do that command, he didn't even do anything when we passed 10,000 feet to start changing the exterior lights, so that's when I sort of went on Google and went, right, why didn't my first officer do this? And that's what people said. It was, you need to make sure that you run the approach brief before you start your descent, so that's cool. Any questions?
No questions.
I have control.
You have control.
Now, I might be wrong here, but the voice that I've got playing at the moment for the first officer, I am pretty sure that might be 737 NG driver. I don't know if it is, but it does sound like him. Okay, and what I'll do is we'll get to our top of the descent. We'll start that descent, and I'm just going to quickly nip away again for a couple of minutes. So I'll give you some more beautiful soundscapes, and then when I return, hopefully we're still on profile, and we'll carry on our way to the approach. Right, 3,700 feet, I think, is what we were going down to. And again, as I always say, the aircraft should manage the constraints for us, so we'll pop that in. Less than 20 miles now. Hopefully we'll get down before the sun sets. Just having a little nosy at some of these commands. Didn't even realise some of these. There's me looking everywhere else. Should we see if we can actually do one of these? So we want to do oh no, don't forget to let us. Oh yeah, flight level, manage. Let's give this a try since we're on our top of the descent now. Flight level, manage. Flight level, manage. Okay. Make sure he's put it in the right modes, because oh no, he just done it in he done it in pull instead of push. Right, as I say, while we're just starting our descent, I'll just disappear for a moment, and I'll be back after this next little bit of ambience. Right, let's see where we are now. 25,000 feet. We are not on profile neither, so I think I need some more drag, don't I? Yeah. Fingers crossed we can recover this. So we just need this green dot to start moving up. Trying to convince it. Come on. Right, so for the RNAV we need to be flight level 140070. Yeah, I'm hoping I haven't shot myself in the foot here. Still waiting on this this little dot to start moving up the tape. Wait, what are we on now? 17.4. What do my QNH have to get set to? Normally, what I keep forgetting to do this when I'm using the digital one. Normally set or barrow, so 997. So I've got like a quick reference. We'll get down in time. Yeah, so our approach is going to be starting at Auburn. Needs a bit of max speed, 220 knots, 5,000 feet. And then again, when we drop down to below 10, I'm just going to keep my eyes on this chap here. Make sure he does what he's meant to be doing. I'll bring this back up just so we can have a little look. So that's our 10k descent. So we're looking for the landing light to be set, seatbelts to go on, EFS option. He's got his constraints on already. Landing system as required. Now I've told him that we're not doing an ILS, so we shouldn't be using the landing system, I believe. And again, radio navs, don't have to worry about that. An engine mode selector as required. We may possibly put that to on. Or ignition. Is it crank or does it go to ignition? I think it's ignition, innit? Okay, so when we're at Auburn, which is going to be the next waypoint after me back, which is in 3 miles. So we need to start it. You know, hopefully over the course of maybe the next week or two as well, I'll get to learn this, use this software properly. Right, so there's the passing 10,000 feet. There we go, he's moving around, he's doing everything. Lovely jubbly. 5,000 feet is, I think, is the next, what was it, 5,000 or 6,000? It was 5,000, wasn't it? Yeah, 5,000 is the transition. Just want to have a little look at our approach again. So I just want to make sure, so it's at FLS 27 that we need to be at 3,700. So as long as we're at this point, FLS 27, and we're at 3,700 feet. We're on the approach, and that should be all we need to do. Now, one thing I did notice as well when I was looking at the settings menu on this, you can set the seatbelts signs to be put to the on position when you reach top of descent, or when you start your descent. But we've got it with the 10k rule on this one. Let's see. Well, wait till we get a little bit closer to Arbon. We're currently just under 9 nautical miles out. As soon as we hit Arbon, we'll activate the approach phase and we'll do the approach checklist. Okay, approach checklist. Approach phase is armed. I think we're a little bit over here, you know, I might have to expedite that drop. That wants us at 4,500 by the time we get to dope him. Taking the time to drop us. We'll see, I might just be getting a little bit antsy with this. Right, so what we'll do, we'll call for the approach checklist, and if it's triggered prematurely, I should have the option to cancel it, so we'll give that a go. Approach checklist.
Borrow ref.
Set.
997 set, passing 4,600. Now.
Say again.
Borrow ref.
0997 set.
997 set. Seatbelts.
On. On.
Minimum.
Set and checked.
Auto brake. Radar altimeter alive.
Set and checked.
Engine mode selector.
Normal.
Approach checklist complete.
Flaps 1.
Speed checked. Flaps 1.
Okay, no, this is a little bit premature, yeah, because my speed's going to drop all the way down now. I'm just trying to remember what that tone's for as well. Which one was it to get rid of the snow? Yeah, I've done this well too early, haven't I? I'm just trying to remember where that little sure there was an option to get to shut that off. But yeah, I've set that far too early. Let me just check our altitude as well. As I say, we need to be at 3,700 by the time we get to... Ah, there we go. There's our landing checklist coming on. What it was. Oh, there we go. It just wasn't illuminated. That's what it is. Again, I am well out of practice with this aircraft. Okay, so this is just following the constraints here, so we're sitting at 4,500. Just have a little bit of zoom and you can still see here. So we've got to stay at this altitude, drop to 4.2 by the time we get to TLS 27. And then when we get to FLS 27, 3,700, and that's when we're going to be arming our approach. Yeah, I appreciate you staying in here anyway, Bean Boy. Thank you very much. Glad to see someone's hopefully getting some enjoyment out of this, even though things are going a little bit pear-shaped. Gonna put me under pressure to land good now.
Terrain ahead. Pull up.
There's no terrain ahead, mate. We'll knock that off since we're getting some alerts like that. Perfectly normal though. And this is why it's wanting us to stay at 4,500 feet. What am I doing? If I open this up, you'll see the area around us. That's what it was giving us the trigger for. Just this terrain over here. But where we are in Geneva, yep, it's just on the just not far off the Alps. So that's to be expected. And then once we made this turn, I'll go to flaps 2, get the gear down on the approach. Flaps 2.
Speed checked. Flaps 2.
Okay, there's the runway ahead. Gear down.
Gear down. Cabin crew, be seated for landing.
Okay, we're going to on the approach. Okay, so this should bring us down almost as if we're like on a glide slope, if it works right. Flaps free.
Speed checked. Flaps free.
Yep, there it is. Just pulling the nose down then, so it has triggered, it has arms. Flaps full.
Speed checked. Flaps full.
Landing checklist.
ECAM memo.
Landing no blue.
Landing checklist completed.
Okay, so we're all good to land. As I say, trying to get off. Well, I don't think we're going to get off too early. Actually, we're not going to be taking the last exit. We're going to be taking the one just before the last on the left. I don't know what gate to go to as well, so we'll get GSX to maybe just show us the position. I was going to do a follow me, but then literally there's not many taxiways at this airport. So yeah, we're all good.
$1,000.
Autopilot 1 off.
Checked.
Autopilot 1 off. Oh, we are getting a little bit of winds. 7 knots from the left according to my good old stream deck. We're a bit high as well, so we'll just point that nose down.
Sync rate.
Yeah, don't worry, mate.
500.
It's horrible when you can't see nothing. Hopefully
100
hopefully the simulator doesn't have any trees on the ends of the runway like a few of them. Still too high yet. Just get us back on track. Continue. Continue.
Checked.
$50, $30, $20, retard.
A little bit of floaty going on. We're not even on the centre line, but there we go. That's a bit bad, that one, eh?
Spoilers. No reverse, engine 1 and engine 2 decel. $70 knots.
Yeah, it wasn't my best landing. Always the way when you stream, though. Hopefully. Okay, he's just doing all the other bits now. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit of a perfectionist. Like, I hate it when I don't get good ones. If I'm sat here on a pilot's life, though, it's normally not too bad. They normally go well. Right, so he's sorting all them out. He should have started the APU. He has. Yeah, lovely jubbly.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the captain and the entire crew,
I think what
we'd
we'll
like
do as
to
well,
welcome
just
you
get
to our
GSX.
destination. For your safety, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened, leaving all items of hand luggage safely stowed until the seatbelt signs have been switched off.
Apparently we've got no suitable
Before you leave
parkings.
the aircraft, please ensure you have all your personal items and hand luggage with you. Please be careful when opening overhead lockers, as items may fall out, causing injury. We'd like to remind you that smoking is not permitted until you've reached a designated smoking area.
Just get rid of those warnings.
If you require assistance when you leave the aircraft, please contact a member of our ground staff. If you're connecting to another flight today and hold a boarding card and transfer wallet advising you of your departure terminal, please follow the signs to flight connections. This will lead you on to your departure terminal, and please check your gate number in the departure lounge. To avoid missing your onward flight, we strongly recommend that you go straight to your departure terminal. For those of you who do not have a boarding card, please go directly to the Flight Connections desk. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the entire airline, thank you very much for choosing to fly with us today, and we hope to see you again in the near future. Thank you.
I just hope to God I've picked a suitable gate. Yeah, Bean Boy, no worries, mate. Thank you very much. I know it's getting late. Appreciate you popping in, man. And yeah, as I say, if I'm not streaming, mates, you catch me in the Discord 99% of the time, sharing my screen. But yeah, good to have you here, mates. Welcome to the channel. Thank you very kindly. And yeah, I'll speak soon. For anyone else who is watching either on the stream, or if you very kindly clicked on this video post-stream, hope you've enjoyed the flight. We're just going to finish off, getting to the gate, get the passengers off, and it'll be bye-bye from me. I'll take it easy, Bean Boy. Yeah, I'm sort of hoping that I will get services here. We'll find out. We'll load GSX up. I think actually it probably won't because the engines are running actually. And I forgot to do the after landing checklist. After landing checklist. After landing checklist.
Radar and predictive wind shear system.
Off.
After landing checklist completed.
There we go. Shutdown engine 2. Shutdown engine 2. Okay, anti-ice is off, AP release switch is on. Focus on your shutdown, so we'll get that one done now. AP bleeds is on, lovely. So we shut down engine 2, fuel pumps can go off. And I think that was about it, isn't it? AC standby, brake fan off. Customer form secure and flow. Okay, that's fine. GSX probably going to tell me. Oh, my bad. Okay, request deboarding.
The boarding requested.
Oh, he's done that one, hasn't he? Beacon can now go off. Runway turn off lights can go off. GPU's connected. So that can go off. I have got a checklist printed right next to me as well. I'm just refusing to bloody pick it up.
Passenger's bus is coming.
Seatbelt signs are off. Right, so I think that's pretty much it anyway. So, as I say, thank you for everyone who has been here watching along with the stream. And again, if you have watched along with this through the video, thank you very kindly. I hope you've enjoyed my sort of comical look at FS2Crew's animated first officer for the Fenix A320. But yeah, I can only imagine the experience is going to get better the more and more that I'm training my voice, and once I actually know or understand the flows and all the various checklists. But I'll leave it here. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, please do check out the Discord if you're interested in coming and joining us in the hub. And I'll see you on the next video. So take it easy, guys and girls. Thank you very much.